Hey, what's up guys, WhirlXbow back here, and today I found this really cool looking deck online today, which is like a big Paladin that plays this new card, which seems really cool as well. I mean, a free 0 mana 5/5 taunt is pretty solid, I think, right now, especially against like all the rogues and whatnot. The only card we have to craft is the small time recruits, so might as well do that now. You can add more than 30. Okay, yeah, shoot, that's something they added recently. Like, say now I can click on this and add it to my deck, and then I could go through it and try and find something to remove. I actually really like that feature. It's something that I do a lot in Magic, where, like, say if I'm building a commander deck, right, I'll put in like 200 cards, and I'll go through and I'll take out like, okay, yeah, this one doesn't feel really fit in the theme, or this one feels a little bit weaker than this one, and so on and so forth. I find it makes making decks so much easier. So I think now you can add up to 50 cards. It's either 50 or 60 or something like that. And then you can go through it and remove it. It still has to be a legal deck at the end, so 30 cards. But yeah, I think it's a really cool effect. Anyways, though, with that being said, let's queue up the first game and let's see how it goes. All right, guys. So with that being said, I'll see y'all there. Okay, so this is Big Shaman most likely. Here I think we try to hard mull for like giants and whatnot, because like if he pulls a giant, we also want to have a giant. I'm gonna mull the Loatheb. I'm gonna keep the Arbor, because Arbor is like really insane. This card's also huge in this matchup, I think. If it's Big Shaman, I think this card is huge. If he had turn 1 Astral, or is it Astral Call? Whatever call. It would require double Bloom, which is like not really likely that he has, so. What holy spells are in our deck? There's just this, right? I looked at this deck very briefly. I just thought the concept was really cool. I'm gonna do this. This way, if he does play a call here, I get a free 8/8, which, I mean, I'm fine with. This is gonna be the hard one to play, because it's gonna draw me 3 1/1s, and then this is gonna be a little bit worse, but for right now, I'm gonna buff that. I'm gonna get a 2/4 here. What's the best draw on my deck? Oh, that's actually not a bad draw. I'd rather do this here. It not only does it lower the cost of this, but it also lowers the cost of Lightray when we inevitably get to that. Is that a muck? Yeah. That is worst case scenario. Okay, well, fuck me, I guess. I mean, sometimes they just have this curve and it's kind of whatever. There's nothing I could really do here. Yeah, this is not ideal to see the least. Does he has another? Oh, he has another fucking thing, but there's nothing I could have done here. That's at least semi-high roll. Start with this. Still have 1 holy spell left in our deck. Okay. My next turn's very interesting. I don't know if I could still win this one, but my next turn is fairly interesting. That's really unfortunate for me, the fact that he had the 1/1. Okay, with this it makes it almost impossible, but okay. Let's draw the last one of these. Throw that there. Sit there. Let's do this. I need to, okay, we can start by trading this in here. And then this. And this. I mean, again, it doesn't really matter here because we're still just dead because it hits it and then I die. But I mean, yeah. Again, this deck has 4 cards that win him the game if he gets them early. It's whatever. I generally think this deck is not nearly as good as people are making it out to be online. Like, yes, the deck is good. It's just not that consistent. I hate calling next flavor of the month, but it feels like a flavor of the month. It feels exactly like Bomb Rogue, where the deck is just not nearly consistent enough to actually be considered top tier, in my opinion, at least. Anyways, let's keep the next one. All right, another Big Shaman. It's not ideal, but it's another. I feel like I have to keep this actually. Yeah, I feel like Lord Barov is one of those things you kind of just have to keep. Double Giant is interesting. Start. Aldor's pretty nice as well. It's like, depending what he gets as his minion, I mean... Yeah. The problem is these games are so hard to comment on. It's like almost impossible to comment on Big Shaman games. It's just like, am I dead on curve? Yeah, okay. Yep. The problem is actually how powerful this card is. Okay. Take 12 here. Or 24 here. Yeah, I have to play this one here, sadly. I hate the fact that I actually had to slam this here, or slam the Barov there, but there was no other way I'm able to pull a Giant, please. If he pulls a Giant, I'm fine. Okay. I hit here. This is 11 health. Nine. Okay. I mean, I'm trying to play this as best I can. Yasharaj. I guess Devout Pupil would probably be the best here. Okay, well. Really fucking good for me. I have to kill this, which really fucking sucks, but... yeah, I just have to. There's no way around it, right? No, sadly not. Devout Pupil's a good draw. Cariel's a good draw. Blademaster's an insane draw. The double wind shell. Not taunt. Thank God. Cariel. I don't have any other holy spells in my deck, right? No, I do not. Okay, well, we have some 8/8s. The problem is our minions are just smaller than his, right? If he has like a Neptulon, I think it's Neptulon, right? Yeah. If he has it not next turn, the turn after, like, oh, sorry, next turn with Innervate, like I'm just dead anyways. But maybe I could draw Pupil and then I'm fine, or Cariel and then I'm fine. Lightray's not bad. Let's do that. Let's play the super safe. Like, this is actually just the safest play I'm able to do, and I'm fine with that. I'm dead to Geyser. It's the only card that I can think of where if he draws it, he draws it. There's... At the point I'm at, there's nothing I can do about it if he draws it or not. You have the Neptulon. I have exact lethal. He doesn't have any mana left. Oh, Jesus Christ. See, again, he had an insane curve this time, but if I have just as good a curve, I just win. Like, that's why I don't think this deck is good. Like, look how good his curve was. Double call, on top of that, the Muckmorpher on 2, getting Neptulon, which is like the best card he can hit there. Put me to 6 health on turn 3, and he still lost. Like, the deck is good, but it's another just tier 2 deck that is gonna fade into obscurity, in my opinion. It's really popular right now because it's a flavor of the month and it's brand new cards and people like to play new cards on the first week, 2 weeks of the expansion. I could be completely wrong there, but that is exactly how I feel about deck. I still love playing it though. I won't even lie. I do really like playing Big Shaman, but I was playing it, as much as it sounds like a dick to say, I was playing it before it was cool. But yeah, anyways, let's skip the next one. Alright, so I'm assuming this is Pirate Rogue. I want to keep this. Yeah, I can actually keep this here. I think this whole hand is fine. Cariel is the biggest draw I can draw in my deck. This card is actually nuts. If it is Pirate Rogue, it's insane. If it's Bomb Rogue. So, I mean, if I could survive to this point, I think I just auto-win the game. I have to play this slowly. I can't... The coin has to be used on turn 6 to play this. Like, I'm playing this on 5 and I'm coining this on 6. It's either Pillager or Bomb. Depending what it is, this allows me to survive for way longer. Yeah, I kind of wish I kept Blademaster now, because I would play Blademaster on 4, because it just wins you the game. Yeah. Again, Blademaster is the perfect draw. I want to kind of play everything I can play to just draw as many cards as possible. It's very unfortunate. I kind of wish that if this was the other one drop in my deck, this would be so much of a better position. But yeah. Basically need him not to have lethal over the next 2 turns. That's it. Blademaster best draw. He has every single minion in his deck in his hand. Okay, I've lost the game. If he has a coin, he can go off next turn. If he doesn't have the coin, he's dead. The deck cannot win through Cariel, which is why I say he's just dead if he can't kill me this turn. But he needs a coin. He doesn't have the coin. That means he'd have to have the second counterfeit coin. And that's it. If he doesn't have those, he just loses the game. Okay, perfect. I win. He can't really win through this. It's like really hard for him to win through it. So yeah, it's really hard because they typically have to play some amount of spells to, like, you know, bounce effects, and with them costing 5 more, it's really hard for him to win. And now I gotta go coin this. You're like hard capped. What the fuck is he doing? He's hard capped on how much damage he can do. It's like 20 something. I don't think he can actually deal lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 10. The other one's 12. This one's only 12. Oh, I'm not dead. Pretty sure he concedes to Cariel. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I've played the deck a fair amount, so I kind of knew that he couldn't really have lethal, so I wasn't really scared of him going off there. Like, if he had, like, a Shadow Step, I was dead. Shadow Step was 2 more cards, which is 8 more damage. Right, because it's 2 times 2 per pillager, so that's 8 more damage. But he would have had to play a minimum of 2 more cards. Because if he only played 1 more card, then it was only 4 more damage. So I would have been at 2, and then I would have played Cariel back up to 7, and I wiped his board. There's no way he's coming back. It would take him too long to kill me through the time it would take me to kill him. And on top of that, I just land 1 taunt, and he can't ever win the game after that, so yeah. Anyways, next one. So Pirate Warrior, I'd like to say. I want to keep this. I prefer to keep this over keeping this. Because this can be anything. This is terrible. Actually terrible. Oh my god. If I draw Molten here, it's not fair. Can I just draw 1 Molten? I'm happy with 1. Come on, game. I mean, I'm happy with the Cariel, but that's no Molten Giant. And he's also the... I should have... Did I not maul the Broomstick? Because if I didn't, that was, like, stupid of me. I mean, where's my Molten Giants when I want to see them? Okay, well, that's not the best one to hit, but still an interesting one. It still draws me 2 other really good cards, right? This draws me the Libram. This makes it cost 1. All of a sudden, I have actually pretty decent tempo. I like it. This could be Bomb Rogue, which I am a little bit worried about, but Bomb Rogue kills me before I land this, typically, so yeah. It's like not much I can do there. Libram of Wisdom. I guess I can draw the other one. That's actually kind of a mistake on my part. I should have drew it first, and then this way had a higher odds of hitting small-time recruits. Well, that was kind of bad on my part. Even hitting the second Crystology was really good. This was like the worst one to hit. Libram was the worst one to hit. Small-time recruits drew it for me, and same thing with small-time drew it for me. Okay. Not what I wanted to see, but I'll take it. Okay, well, there's the other one. The problem is, like, now this is a dead card. Let's just win through Libram value. Like, it's gonna be a long game, but I think you can definitely win this one through Libram value. If it's the deck I think it is, it's gonna be hard to win, but it's definitely winnable. Definitely is. All of my bombs are like what's left in my deck, you know, the double, my 4 actual decent cards, Loatheb, Pupil, or 4, I mean my 10 decent cards, Loatheb, Pupil, and I get extra copies of them with Zola, which is pretty nice too. Alliance Bannerman, Bannerman. Oh, it's Merle. Oh, that's interesting. I never saw this deck. I've actually never seen like someone playing Murlocs and Warrior. Very interesting. That's just a dead draw. I don't really want to play minions. Is that weird? Like my whole hand is kind of trash here, so I just want to play this and then start hero powering. Like this is what's gonna win me the game. It's like this, build up 1 or 2 minions that are like really decently sized. Play 1, wait for him to kill it. Play the other one, wait for him to kill it, and just repeat. I don't want to play any more minions, basically. Well, That was the worst one he could have pulled, basically. Hit, buff. Interesting angle right now. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. And then this. And now it's just beat him in the face with this weapon and hero power a whole bunch. I'm pretty sure one of these is mutinous, so I have to kind of like play around mutinous a little bit. But at the same time, it's kind of like whatever. Oh, never mind. I don't actually have to play around a mutinous. That was the worst one. Like if he would have eaten this or this, like I was actually in a decent position. Eating that one makes my position a little bit worse. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can actually kill it. Beautiful. Yeah, that's what I thought I hit. Yep. And again, hero power, play whatever I hero power unless it's this. And then continue to see when he eventually dies to my Libram minion. But yeah, I feel like I'm in a pretty good position. Now every single minion I draw is a semi-threat. Like, eventually he'll probably win out of. That's fine. It's fine. That's the thing, right? It's also playing a minion that's a minimum of a 6/6 each turn, which is pretty good. That's not what I really wanted to hit, but I attacked, right? Yeah, okay, good. I thought I forgot to attack. I'm like, fuck. But yeah, no. Again, whatever I draw, I play. Unless it's Zola, in which case I hero power and hopefully don't hit Zola so I can play something else. This is going to be a long one. The problem is I drew 3 more cards than he did. It's going to make it a little bit harder to win, but we know it's not Reno. He's played double rat. He could have he could have Shield Slam number 2 here. A little bit unlikely, but he could definitely have it. Shield Slam number 2. Shield Slam number 2 here is actually perfect for him. Ideal next hit is this. This way my Molten Giants become playable, or else I'm just forced to play them. Okay. Oh, was it Dead Man's Hand? It was Dead Man's Hand. This is a very interesting matchup. Very, very interesting. What gets buffed? Beautiful, actually. That's exactly what I wanted to get buffed. This is where I hope he's not playing Plate Breaker. If he's playing Plate Breaker, I mean, I'm just dead, and I accept it, but if he's not, I'm chilling. I'm chilling with my 9/10. I might want to, like, I'm in a weird position because I don't really want to play Alliance Bannerman. Like, it's probably one of the last cards I want to play in my deck because it draws me cards, so closer to fatigue and all that shit. But at the same time, I want to get the buff because the buff is actually not bad. Okay, it actually is Dead Man's Hand. Interesting. So I can't actually worry about fatigue. I have to kill him before fatigue. I also can't, like, the other thing is I can't overcommit to the board. So I can execute. Okay. I don't know if I can actually win this one. Do this here. Again, I need to have some amount of threats on the board. Basically, I can't just let him spot remove each single one of them. I'm starting to realize, because then I will just lose. So here I have 2 decently sized minions. I fucked up. I should have played this as well. So I should have played this, because then I wouldn't burn one of these. Alright. I think I have to just say fuck it here. If he has Brawl, he has Brawl. I'm burning a good card here. Yeah, I'm just saying fuck it here. He has the answer. He has the answer. Oh, I meant to click on this. Whoops. What's on the same health totals? That's... That. Alright. Do you have the brawl? I don't think I was winning this game anyways. He had basically his infinite spot removal. I know he has another Execute in his deck. I know he has another Shield Slam in his deck. Probably another Blade Storm as well. Like, he has another Finley, so he's never running out of cards ever. Finley's actually super cool in that deck. Like, actually super fucking cool. Yeah, he had the brawl. There were 6 minions on my board. There was one I didn't want to see survive, and it's the one that survived. Go figure. Yeah, I'm done. I could continue playing it out, but there's no point. I'm basically hard locked. I could have went minion by minion and minion. I would have eventually potentially connected for like 8, maybe 16 damage, but it would have basically just taken to the point where I'm gonna die to fatigue before my opponent dies. So yeah. Anyways, we have time for one more game, so let's queue it up. Alright, another shaman. I'm assuming it's big. I'm actually fine keeping this whole hand. Against big, I have a 50% chance right now of pulling a giant. It's actually gonna be potentially slightly better than that, depending on what I draw on turn 1. The card I'm looking for is Cariel. Card I'm looking for is Aldor. I have one of these, right? So Aldor would be really, really good here. Perfect. I'm gonna go for a tempo play here. I'm gonna do this. It raises my odds at hitting a giant pulled, which is why I like this play. And most means I draw next turn I can play as well, so. Ideally it's like what, Crystology into Aldor number 2? The game, so with only one Libram, this game is winnable. With only one Aldor, it becomes so much harder to win. So ideally, I would slam an Aldor next turn, but no guarantees. I need 1-drop. That's not a 1-drop. I don't really care about that. I'm fine just doing this. I think this is more value than this because depending on what he plays, if I draw Broomstick, I'm able to play Broomstick. I could give this a Libram, and then I could trade it into a 2/2. I think it's slightly better. You have the Lightning Blue Muckmorpher for the 3rd time I play against that sequence of draws in a row. No, he has just a Bloom Call. If a 50-50. Anything besides Barov is fine with me. Anything besides Barov is fine. Oh, it's... The fact he actually hit that in 1 minion is the worst possible thing that could have happened to me here. The fact, again, if he hit anything, like if he would have hit Neptulon instead of this... Maybe not Neptulon, I think I still potentially lost to Neptulon, but... And it's the taunt that's fucking me over here. Oh, I should have just done this. Yeah, I fucked up. That was a big misspam. I lost because of that. Yeah. Oops. If I would have done this, Broomstick, this, poke, hit, that would have been at 1. You would have had no other board. I think I would have won that game. I'm pretty sure I would have won that game if I would have done that. Whoop, I saw that 1 second too late. Yeah, what can you do? What can you do? I fucked up. Again, he high rolled the he high rolled the scrapyard. Neptulon I would have beaten. Yeah, I would have beaten Neptulon. I would have beaten... I beat everything else, basically. So the reason I beat Neptulon there is because it kind of he got pulled by the Yashiraj at the end of turn. So he had basically no way to win there, if I'm being honest, if I would have hit properly. But hey, what can you do? It happens. Let's just queue up the next one and hopefully it goes better. Alright guys, I'll see y'all there. I'm an idiot. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, don't forget to like and subscribe as always. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Alright guys? Peace.